everyone. Welcome to the CU Online podcast series where we decode the evolving business landscape and bring expert insights. I'm Professor Sanjeev Kumar from CU Online Chandigarh University. Today, we are diving into a fascinating topic that is empowering small scale industries through digital marketing. We will explore how digital marketing transforms small scale industries in today's business environment. To help us navigate this exciting world, we have with us our distinguished guest, Professor Rajat Aggarwal from Apex Institute of Management, Chandigarh University. With over 8 years of experience in corporate digital marketing, Professor Aggarwal is known for his expertise in leading projects that significantly impact the economy. His portfolio includes successful management of projects in real estate, fintech, e-commerce, hospitality, and government initiatives like Swachh Bharat and the Election Commission of India. As an experienced guest lecturer across various universities and colleges, Professor Aggarwal now brings his wealth of real-world experience to Chandigarh University, enriching students with practical insights from his extensive career. Professor Rajat Aggarwal, welcome to the podcast, sir.
Thank you, Sanjeev ji. I'm very excited to be here and I wanted to be discuss the such crucial topic on MSMEs.
Before we start with the basics, let me highlight on a statistic. As per the Press Information Bureau report on 1st January 2025, approximately 5.7 crores of micro, small and medium enterprises with an employment of around 24 crores are registered on Udyam registration portal. So, Professor Aggarwal, can you help our viewer understand what are small scale industries and their role in the Indian economy?
Mr. Sanjeev ji, basically the government of India that has registered the MSMEs, it means the micro, small and the medium enterprises Act in 2006. Its main objective to launch this project MSMEs for the generation of economic development. For example, if I'm talking about, I have small businesses, like I have leather goods, and for the, I'm just creating the businesses of the small scale bicycle components. So I need a small investment, but small investment required a limited budget I have. So government passed for the economic government. So this is a crucial topic we have discussed about. This MSMEs basically pass out the basically given the maximum generation as well, maximum employment generation. First we can talking about. Secondly we can talking about the exports that the people are coming from. I mean, currently the scenario is the maximum imports are coming from the India side, and so this the our government try to be a employment generation, as you said, like us in 2024 by the PIB reports, 6 crores registrations by the government of India under the MSMEs and 24 crore employment generation over here. So it's already decided by that every MSMEs when it's registered. So it's one MSME is 6.4 employment generation over here. So secondly, the MSMEs, micro, small and SSI, small scale industries also provides the import and export generation as well. Export, exim policy accordingly. So export is like, if I'm talking about the reports, so 30% of our GDP is depends on the export policy. And secondly, if I'm talking about the export reports, the export 45% of our maximum reports and exports is coming from the export side.
So, you want to say that basically the small scale industries are the industries, enterprises with a very limited budget, we can say.
Yes, very limited budget. Plus, we have very limited budget on the components, on the investments. And they provide the employment generation, GDPs, they contribute the GDPs and export, import policy as well. And one more thing I can add on these things, maximum the SSIs or the government initiatives, for example, the Atmanirbhar and the Make in India. These two initiatives are covered under the aligned with the SSIs. Main dependency of the import policy is reduced by that, and the self-sufficiency is also developed by in India. So that's why.
Okay, so that was a very good point about Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India, because small scale industries are making India self-dependent. Okay, it shows. So it is clear that small scale industries is playing a very important role in the economic growth of India as well as the employment generation and making India self-dependent. However, in this digital era, only the traditional marketing alone is not enough for a sustainable growth. So, do you think the digital marketing is not just an option for the small scale industries, but a necessity for the startups?
Very good question, Mr. Sanjeev. See, for this about your question, I remember one of quote of Dr. Eric that he said ki we don't have an option to add how to adopt or whether we choose the digital transformation or not. The option is how well we can do it on digital transformation. So this code will say that ki we don't have any option ki whether we have selected or not. It's actually the time is permanent. The changes is permanent. Okay. So as per the time change and the updations are required, so everything is required to be changed. In 1990s, we have working on that TVs, but now everything is on mobile, TVs and YouTube ads. And before that, we are all depends on the newspaper. So you're coming on in the morning, or you can. And currently, the scenario is that within a 5 minutes, we get the information about any news on my mobile. Same as it is a digital transformation required as per the era, today's eras, ki also our customers, the MSMEs customers also give transformation from the traditional to the digital.
So, you're talking about innovation here.
Right, we are talking. I'm not saying ki traditional is scratch from is already ending from the scratch. No, but from traditional we have to take the hands of digital as well. We have to follow. We have to explore the things with the traditional or going on the same hand with the digital as well. As per I'm talking about the reports, the 93% of our buying decisions are coming from influenced by the social media. Secondly, if I'm talking about me, so I'm just trust more than the Amazon, more than my bank. I'm trusting on the Amazon pages. Why? The youngster are most depends on the digital transformation. Correct. So the MSMEs and the small scale industry need to understand that now the scenario is not depend only the digital marketing. If we can do the ads or prime locations on the banners and everything, we need to be changed.
And the reason why they're trusting more on Amazon than their bank is because of the convenience.
Convenience.
Yeah, because of the innovation, conveniences comes.
Exactly, exactly. So that comes from the traditional part. But yes, I'm not saying ki because 90s generation is also there. So we have to depend on the traditional as well. No one is more habitual with the running the mobile and scrolling the mobile phones. But yes, but we can do, we also think about the youngster as well. That 90% of the youngsters also depends on 24 hours of that scrolling or a mobile phone. So we have to tackle them as well.
So it is clear that digital marketing is a necessity for the startups. Okay, because you have talked about the innovation, and an online competition also plays a very important role. Okay, but however, only we can say if we talk about only being digital is not enough. Okay, so the startups need to have a right digital marketing strategies also to expand their digital reach, right?
Right.
So can you tell me what are the some of the digital marketing strategies that the small scale industries can adopt to have a good expand their digital marketing reach?
Okay. For this, I need to explain with that key. Don't sell the products always. Whatever we are giving the services or the selling the products, don't sell the products. Currently, before that 1990s, if I'm talking about before MSMEs and before digital transformations, we have only one options going to any shop and purchase it whatever they are offering. They're offering. But now the condition is we have so many competition over here and MSMEs and SSIs, you have to be compared. You have to be compared that if people and customers have so many options to review the prices, reviews as well, to take the advantages from the market. Ki why the MSMEs and the proper shopkeeper, why the particular customer is always purchase the product from you. Well, if they have so many options. So I'm always says ki you have to be depends on or you have to focus on 4 E's. 4 E's what is engagement, employment, entertainment, and emotional. You have to give 4 E's so that ki after you have to implement on your businesses, MSMEs, and whenever you applied the 4 E's, the selling point, the selling factors always come with a complement. Up now, if I'm talking about the strategies, so there is people has to be declare about the three three phases or the three steps, you can say the four easy steps they can follow to check it. First one is know your audience. And now next question will be like that ki, what's how I know ki who is my audience. So we need to, that shopkeeper needs to check the three W's. If they get the answer of three W's, it will easily find out the audience part. The three W's are what, where, and how. What means ki what the exactly customer wants. How means how the customers want, how do they customers get the product.
So, what are the strategies for this?
The strategies should be they we have a, under digital marketing, we have a specific platforms. There is a specific platform for the organic, for the paid as well. But not every platform is not for every business. For example, I have a business of agriculture. So I have a customer of agriculturist that like farmers. They don't have a much habitual about the mobiles. They don't have much habitual about technology. The best catching point is Facebook for them. If I'm talking about key students or the youngsters, they are always scrolling the mobile through Instagram. So the best platform is for the Instagram. Or if I'm talking about the B2B business, for a micro small business, always depends on the retail shops. So B2B, that B2B capture, you need to be target the YouTubes and the LinkedIn part. So every platform should have specific features. So you should focus on as per your target audience, as per your timeline, as per your budget. So these features and the next part, that the third and the last point that can be convincible by the MSMEs, like they have to be test and run. You need to run each and every platform over here and check the what's the result will be and the next strategy. What will be the next strategy? As per these, follow the three steps. Every company must know ki where we should go and where we are.
Okay. So, as you have explained about multiple strategies that the small scale industries can
Yes.
use to expand their market reach. However, let me just talk about two things. There are many startup owners. They are still confused with the availability of so many marketing strategies. The startup owners, they are still confused between the two things, whether they should go with the paid digital advertising or whether they have to go with the organic marketing. So, what do you think the startup should choose? Whether they should choose the paid digital advertising or whether they should choose the organic marketing? What is the best thing?
Very good question, Sanjeev ji again. They see, we have to check the before going to the select any platform, whether the Facebook, whether the Instagram, whether the LinkedIn, or select the paid options or the organic options. We have to check what are business requirement basically. What are the business goal? First one. Second is
What the customer want? Do you want to say?
yes, what the customer wants. But yes, I don't think is what's the business goal. For example, I have a business goal to reach the maximum customers. Right. I don't want to sell. I'm a blogger, so I don't want to sell anything, but I want a maximum reach. So that's my business goal, right? Second, if I'm a leather goods, if I'm purchasing or selling the leather goods, so my business goal is selling the goods, right? So first one is I need to know my business goal. Second, I need to know my audience. Secondly, third one is the budget and the timelines. For example, you want to see that for example, I have a webinar in next 2 days or 3 days. So I have a limited budget and I have a limited time. 2 to 3 days, I want a bulk entries to capture the things. So the best platform is for the ads, advertisement, to target the exact audience and the maximum audience who interested in the webinar. But if I have a lot of time and I am strictly about the budget, I don't have a budget and I have a lot of time, plus I need a scalability of business. So that organic always demand for a patience.
Okay, so you are talking about a balance between the cost effectiveness as well as the market reach.
Market reach. Exactly. One more point I want to add in this point, like if you go for the new business or any business for MSMEs and SSI, they want suddenly a startup, suddenly a rocket science like they want to generate a revenue in minutes. It's not possible for every business.
Yeah.
Correct? You agree with that? But yes, so they have to be mixed up the both the things, paid and organically. Firstly, you can start with the organic. social media postings, and you can do the some awareness campaigns about your
True,
product.
definitely.
Post
We
advertisement.
will focus on the
Then focus on the advertisement part. Google Ads. The basically. So that before the organic part, you should know ki at that time you know about the audience. Who is your audience? Now the coming part is advertisement, direct target exact audience. So the audience always captured. Yes, this ad, yeah, this brand, I was saying a caption or post. So they remember that. And the possibility of lead generation is higher than that.
And what do you think is the organic marketing easy for the small businesses, or the paid advertising is more easier for the small scale industries?
I can say that if you, I'm again saying that if you have a business and if you have a patience, so organic is best for the every businesses. But if you want us rapidly growth and rapidly lead generation for a smaller time, then advertisement you can go for it.
Okay, so you mean to say mix of the paid digital advertising and organic marketing?
Correct.
Okay, very well said, sir. So that's a very critical decision for the micro, small, and medium enterprises. But here's a reality check. Studies have showed that 90% of startups eventually fail, and 70% of startups fail within 5 years, and 10% of startups they don't survive even the first year. So, why do you think? What are the challenges? What do you think are the challenges which small scale industries, startups are facing, and especially in the, we can say, if we talk about going digital, and what are the, how can they overcome these challenges?
Okay. For this, I'm not saying that the startup businesses fail because of their bad products. No, it's not possible every time. It's because of their bad marketing. I'm explaining this with the example of everyone knows about askme.com. So askme.com is like just like a Just Die. It's a competitor of askme.com, right? So askme.com when it's launched and it's going great. It was going great. It's a best online marketplace where you can classify your ads, where you can sell anything over here, right? And you can reach your whatever the information you want, like Just Dial,
That's just like just that.
like Just Dial. But what's the issue? Why it's askme.com? Why they fail regarding due to bad marketing? One of the that we all know कि the brand ambassador Ranbir Kapoor, the hire for the askme.com, they only depends on the traditional marketing. कि we can do the prime time shows with the askme.com advertisement on the TVs and all. But they forget to run advertisement or they forget to run the target audience on the mobile as well. When the askme.com is running on that time, 2000 and approximate, so that everyone has mobile phones, at least mobile phones has a, and they going through the scrolling the mobile phone, ki what going on there. This is starting point. And you don't focus on the traditional marketing. You don't only focus on the traditional marketing. You don't focus on the traditional digital. Or when you remember ki we need to be focused on digital marketing, it's too delayed. You only spending, or you can I can say the cash burnout. Only can you spending on the advertisement part without checking the analytics.
So askme.com was following only the traditional market.
Digital marketing. But when he started with the digital marketing with the so many advertisement over here. But they cannot they don't check the analytics part. Ki what's the effect? What's the reaction? What's the lead conversion? What was they fail about it. So that's the main reason to shut down the askme.com.
So are there any other challenges also?
Yes, other challenges like the three main challenges that every business has to face. And these challenges has to become if you run any business. First one is COI. We are Indians, right? So we have a limited budget. So an ROI is the first objective. Okay, what will be the ROI in spending one penny as well? Correct. So we need to check the return on investment, whatever on we spend. Under a traditional marketing, we need to be checked. We have under traditional marketing, which is, for example, we publish any article on newspaper. Up, I'm not sure ki, this article will be showcased or will be read by how many people. You know, but under digital marketing, I know because I'm a target audience. I have a proper report on that time. Yes, 1 lakh, 2 lakh people see that my ad. So I have some optimization part. Ki what will be my next strategy? Right. Second point, the failure point will be the cash burnout. We cannot check कि how under a traditional marketing, you cannot check कि if I'm showing my ad on a TV, how many people see it and what's the reaction over it. But on the same perspective, I'm showing my website to the multiple times of people's, how many people visit my website, how many people fill the form of newsletters. So I have some data. I have some data to capture or call them. That fails maximum company if you are only following on a traditional marketing. Third and the most important, you need to check and analyze the reports. Whatever you're facing, whatever your challenges in the market, we all are sitting in the market, right? We need to check our competitors, what they are doing, and how can beat the competitive advantage of the part, eh, the competitive advantage. We need to check what will be the next strategy of our competitor, so that we can capture the things, we can forward them in respective of we are waiting for our competitor they are doing something better, they are doing, then we can start. No, we need to start first. Okay, we can be a role model for our competitors, correct? So for these things we need to check.
Okay, so we have talked about the budget constraint.
Yes,
Okay, as well as the competitor
correct.
strategies of the competitor. Okay, so these are some real challenges. Okay, but however, we have seen many startups which has successfully overcome these challenges. So can you just share some of the examples, some of the inspiring examples of the startups who has adopted the digital marketing strategies and they have expanded their digital reach, they expanded their market reach?
We are sitting in the Chandigarh University, and we all know Mr. Aman Gupta visited in last month under Chandigarh University, and we all know about the co-founder about the boat, right, Aman Gupta. So if I'm talking about the boat strategy, on this is the best example I think with the for your question regarding that. From 2018 is a 27 crore, and it will be jumped. It was jumped in 2023 3,000 plus crore revenue generated by the boat in 6 years, 6 to 7 years. What was the main strategies or adopted by the board? First, I need to check that I was checked the board strategy was. They are only focusing on the digital marketing. How? They hired influencers. Influencers. Now the current scenario, the influencers are basically influence the youngsters. And the boat company having a maximum product.
Especially on the social media.
Social media, correct. And influenced by the company, and that influencer influenced by the youngster as well, right? So maximum 80 to 90% youngsters are already influenced by the influencers, they hire them. Secondly, the advertisement, whenever I checked on the one product on Amazon, on that company or somewhere else about the boat, so now the next minute I have seen that the same product everywhere on Google, on Gmail, on my Instagram, everywhere. Means they capturing my IP address. That's a major. That's called a remarketing. We in the digital marketing format, the remarketing, right? And the next part is
Yeah, what you are watching on the Facebook, the same thing you will be watching on the Instagram.
yes, same. So I'm influenced. That I saw the same product on everywhere. So I have influence that I need to be purchase it. If I change my kind of mind, ki nahi, I don't want that the same product. If you see again and again, the chances of the purchase of that product will be is increase, right? So and the last part will be the influenced. The most important is the budget constraint. They have a budget constraint. Everyone has a budget constraint, but utilization of budget. They all not only depend on the paid marketing, they always depend on the SEO as well. They always depend on that social media post. They have the engagement part as well. Therefore is the engagement, emotional entertainment. Every ease they follow. That's the 2018 and 2023, 3,000 plus crores ka
You
budget.
followed both the paid marketing as well as the organic marketing, right?
That is the best example. I think that the people owner and the people and our users as well.
But I need to they have given more emphasis on the organic marketing.
Organic marketing.
Yeah, less paid marketing, but more on the organic marketing. Yeah, this was a really inspiring example. This shows that digital marketing can be a game changer for the startups. However, if we talk about the digital space, which is rapidly evolving, and with the innovations of AI and chatbots, which are changing the landscape. So, how do you think these innovations, AI and chatbots, can impact the micro, small, and medium enterprises in the coming years?
Sanjeev ji, we cannot think any type of businesses to this scenario without using the AI and the chatbot. Thus, AI is not a necessity. Before the revolution is coming from the traditional, then coming from the digital, and the digital next part is the AI automation. Nowadays, everything is the automated. Without using the automated, you cannot even the assume about the lead generation or the any part. I'm taking an example of that's you just Geomart. I'm just scrolling and purchasing something from the Geomart. There have some chatbot, the AI chatbot. Whatever I just scrolled and just checked an order from the last few months, they just suggest me in my chatbot, the AI chatbot, and there's an option over here they suggest me the some interested point that you are interested in these type of products. That type of automations are coming. Geomart.
And if there is any new product which is similar to that kind of product, so
Correct.
there will be
Correct.
the chatbot will tell you.
Tell you. And the second option is I'm talking about the chatbot. That type of that chatbot is now generated over it. The next update on the chatbot is the voice optimization. How? That the Swiggy and Zomato over here, right? Currently, if you go for a Swiggy, what happened over here? The voice part. Normally what we searched over here, if I'm just visited any random place, just best restaurant near me, right? So Swiggy, just you are searched on a Swiggy best restaurant near me, and they don't ask about the location and typing over here. No, you just typing over best restaurant near me. They recall your optimization part. That's called SEO. Is now the
Location will be already pre-installed,
correct.
and based on the location, they will tell you about the
Actually,
best
they recall
restaurant
the
nearby.
voice. They recall the voice. The optimization on the voice part now. They're not on the website, not on the SCRB page, search engine result page, not Google. It's on the now the next step is voice optimization. Whatever you're thinking, up now in the past few days back, I just discussed with my friend about I need to catch up some restaurants about the good cuisine, about the products and the fast food. On the next 1 minute, I'm just scrolling my Instagram and just saw the ads, the bumper ads about the fast food ads. What does it mean? It means my phone is listening me, my voice. If my phone is that person is interested in the fast food, that person interested in that type of food. So I just saw the ads over here that has the same food and the same food nearby me. The type of AI already running in our surroundings. And the most important for the MSMEs, if I'm the one suggestion for the MSMEs, for the micro small businesses, they always say that we have a limited budget, we have a limited timing. So, right. So, today's scenario is everything is free over the internet. If I'm talking about the AI, a chatbot, never knows about the chatbot? Everyone knows about the chatbot, correct? So, chatbot is like, it's a bumper. We can say we can say everything we can think about it, chatbot will give us the content, the optimized content over here, right? So now we cannot wait for the our content marketing. Yes, we need a content writer for writer content. ChatGPT is here. We don't think about the WhatsApp chat. One person needs to be hired and that person give the answer about the our users and complaints about it. No, chatbot is doing everything. I'm not thinking about one person needs to be hired for the marketing purpose. That already covered by the ChatGPT or already covered by the automatic automations that already run my ads, already run the my mobile phones. My user mobile phone is working for me, right? Whatever we are thinking, whatever the user are thinking, that my ad is showing to that person, right? So this AI is now generated. So MSME needs to be adopted the automatic automations and the chat GPTs and that type of AI powered by it.
So it is very important for the startups to adopt the and AI and chatbots are playing a very important role.
Correct.
So it means that AI has made the marketing more accessible to the startups, right? So before I move on to the next, this will be the last question. There are many startup owners, they are still hesitant to adopt the digital marketing strategies. So what's your one golden piece of advice to those startup owners who are still hesitant to adopt digital marketing strategies?
Sanjeev ji, startup has some barriers always there, right? Barriers
Yeah, you have talked about the challenges.
challenges हो रहे हैं. So I can suggest them, right? Start small, but start now. What does it mean?
It's now or never.
Right, right. If you don't start now, because the competition is not middle, is higher competition, high in the market.
Yeah, you have given the example of askme.com.
Yes.
They haven't started early.
Yes, exactly. So if you start your business, for example, I just made have a decision ki every day I need to post something about my business, about my product. So start. You can start it. 1 day, 2 day, after 1 week, 2 weeks. It takes time. Organics takes time. But at the 1 day, you can reach your target audience easily. And bifurcate, you can say that ki by 1 month or 2 months, you can boost your post as well by the paid ads as well. Right? So simultaneously you can work. Don't always depend on a budget. Ki I don't have a budget. No, we don't require a budget. Digital marketing has a plus point. They don't need a budget. Okay? It's not a need a budget. If you have a limited capacity, if you have a limited budget, you can start a work. After that comes sometimes you can boost sometimes your post. You can boost somehow the Google ads.
We can say that budget is not
Necessity.
not as a barrier. It is not a major barrier.
Yes, yes. We can start with this.
That's a fantastic advice, Professor Agarwal. It is clear that digital marketing can empower the startups, small scale industries in the competitive business environment. So, thank you so much for joining this podcast, Professor Rajat Aggarwal, and sharing your valuable insights. Well, it's time to wrap up this podcast on empowering small scale industries through digital marketing. Before we sign off, here's a thoughtful question for you all. If you were advising a startup, which digital marketing strategy would you recommend for them to start with and why? Drop your answers in the comment section. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Chandigarh University Online, for more insightful discussions. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and stay ahead in the digital game.